Question 200. The stopping distance of your vehicle depends on which of the following factors? Answers: A. Perception distance. B. All of the above. C. Reaction distance. D. Braking distance. The answer is B. Explanation: total stopping distance is the sum of your perception distance, how far your vehicle goes from when you see the hazard until your brain processes it. Reaction distance, how far your vehicle goes from when your brain orders your foot to take action until your foot actually starts to brake. And braking distance, how far your vehicle continues to travel once you apply the brake. California Driver Handbook. Question 201. Which of the following statements about passing a vehicle is not true? Answers: A. You can exceed the speed limit to pass quickly. B. Do not pass more than one vehicle at a time. C. Avoid passing on the right unless you can do it safely. D. Do not follow another vehicle that is passing a car in front of you. The answer is A. Explanation: it is illegal to exceed the speed limit when passing. Make sure you have the time and space to pass safely. Passing other traffic. Vehicle positioning. California Driver Handbook. Question 202. If you are having vehicle trouble and you need to stop, what is the first thing you should do? Answers: A. Check your vehicle's manual for help. B. Stop your vehicle over a hill or just around a curve for visibility. C. Pull off the road and away from traffic. D. Lift the hood to signal an emergency. The answer is C. Explanation: if your vehicle breaks down on the road, make sure that other drivers can see it. Pull off the road, away from all traffic if possible. Turn on your emergency flashers. Lift the hood to signal the emergency and place emergency flares or triangles 200 to 300 feet behind the vehicle. Use your emergency signals. Safe driving practices. California Driver Handbook. Question 203. A center lane between lanes of traffic traveling in opposite directions may be designated for. Answers: A. All of the above. B. Passing. C. Left turns only. D. Right turns only. The answer is C. Explanation: a center lane between lanes of traffic traveling in opposite directions may be designated for left turns only. This type of lane is called a center left turn lane. It is marked by parallel solid and dashed yellow lines and is sometimes accompanied by white arrows on the pavement. Center left turn lanes. Lane control. California Driver Handbook. Question 204. Which of the following statements is true? Answers: A. If you are lost, you can quickly enter navigation instructions while driving. B. You can use the self-parking feature on your driving test. C. You can answer your cell phone while driving. D. It is not illegal to use audio navigation while driving. The answer is D. Explanation: talking on a cell phone while driving increases your chances of an accident. If you are lost, pull over and enter navigation instructions. However, you can use audio navigation while driving. No technology such as backup cameras or self-parking features can be used on your driving test. New technology. Occupant protection. California Driver Handbook. Question 205. Large electronic flashing arrow panels may be used in work zones day and night to. Answers: A. Guide drivers into certain parking zones. B. Divert drivers into work zones. C. Guide drivers into certain traffic lanes. D. Stop speeding drivers. The answer is C. Explanation: large electronic flashing arrow panels may be used in work zones day and night to guide drivers into certain traffic lanes. These panels are placed on the roadway or mounted on vehicles to advise approaching motorists of lane closures. Begin your merge well in advance of the sign. Road workers and work zones, cone zones, sharing the road, California Driver Handbook. All of those questions can be found in app DMV Success. DMV Success. Master your DMV exam in no time. Download now. Question 206. What does this sign mean? Answers: A. Airplanes fly at low altitude in this area. B. Airplanes fly in this direction. C. RC flying zone is ahead. D. You are approaching an airport. The answer is D. Explanation: this is a guide sign that means you are approaching an airport. Traffic signs, traffic controls, California Driver Handbook. Question 207. A driver in front of you is signaling with his or her hand and arm pointing upward. This driver wants to. Answers: A. Slow down. B. Turn right. C. Turn left. D. Stop. The answer is B. Explanation: you may use your vehicle's signal lights or hand signals. If the signal lights are not working, or if bright sunlight makes them hard to see, use hand signals. A driver in front of you who signals with his or her hand and arm pointing upward is about to turn right. Signaling, safe driving practices, California Driver Handbook. Question 208. Which of the following must not be done if your vehicle is in an acceleration skid? Answers: A. Slowly ease your foot off the accelerator. B. Steer straight ahead. C. Brake immediately. D. Hold the steering wheel tightly. The answer is C. Explanation: if you experience an acceleration skid, hold the steering wheel tightly, steer straight ahead, and slowly ease your foot off the gas pedal. Do not brake until the vehicle is back under your control. Acceleration skid, handling emergencies, California Driver Handbook. Question 209. This sign represents. Answers: A. A playground. B. A school zone. C. A library. D. A pedestrian crosswalk. The answer is B. Explanation: this five-sided sign depicting persons carrying school books indicates a school zone. Stop when children are in the crosswalk. Traffic signs, traffic controls, California Driver Handbook. Question 210. A single solid white line across a road at an intersection means that you must. Answers: A. Cross the line. B. Stop before the line. C. Stop after the line. D. Slow down after crossing the line. The answer is B. Explanation: a single solid white line across a road at an intersection means that you must stop before the line. Line colors, lane control, California Driver Handbook. Question 211. You should never back your vehicle in any travel lane except. Answers. A. To make a U-turn. B. To parallel park. C. At intersections. D. At lane crossings and curves. The answer is B. Explanation. It is unsafe to back your vehicle in any travel lane except to parallel park or exit a driveway. Drivers do not expect a vehicle to be backing toward them. Know what is behind you. Visual search, California Driver Handbook. Question 212. A driver who is a minor receives a phone call on his or her cell phone. He or she should. Answers. A. Not answer the call. B. Answer the call in an emergency. C. Not be carrying a cell phone while driving. D. Use a hands-free cell phone to answer the call. The answer is A. Explanation. It is against the law for a minor to use a cell phone while driving. If a cell phone rings, he or she should not answer the call. Violators of this law are subject to fines. Text messaging and cell phones, safe driving practices, California Driver Handbook. Question 213. If it feels like your tires have lost traction on the surface of the road, you should. Answers. A. Ease your foot off the gas pedal. B. Do all of the above. C. Keep the steering wheel straight. D. Not stop until your tires are gripping the road again. The answer is B. Explanation. If it feels like your tires have lost traction on the surface of the road, ease your foot off the gas pedal. Keep the steering wheel straight. Do not try to stop or turn until your tires are gripping the road again. Only try to turn if there is an emergency. If you must turn, do it slowly or you will cause your vehicle to skid. Slippery roads, handling emergencies, California Driver Handbook. Question 214. Before reaching the crest of a hill or entering a curve, you must watch for oncoming vehicles. Answers. A. Slow down, move to the right side of the road. B. Speed up, turn on the headlights. C. Slow down, move to the left side of the road. D. Speed up, change gears. The answer is A. Explanation. Hills and curves on rural roads are often steeper and sharper than on highways. Before reaching the crest of a hill or before entering a curve, slow down, move to the right side of the road, and watch for oncoming vehicles. Driving in hill country or curves, driving hazards, special driving situations, California Driver Handbook. Question 215. If an emergency vehicle with red flashing lights or using a siren is moving in your lane, you are required to. Answers. A. Reduce your speed and continue slowly. B. Pull over to the curb and stop. C. Increase your speed and clear the lane. D. Proceed at normal speed. The answer is B. Explanation. Authorized emergency vehicles, such as police cars, ambulances, and fire engines, have the right of way when they are signaling audibly, siren, or visually, flashing lights. When you hear or see a vehicle approaching, you should immediately pull over to the curb, stop, and remain stopped until the emergency vehicle has passed. Emergency vehicles, sharing the road, California Driver Handbook. Question 216. While preparing to turn left at an intersection, you see an oncoming vehicle. You should. Answers. A. Move into the adjacent lane. B. Warn the oncoming vehicle to stop. C. Move onto the shoulder of the road and yield the right-of-way. D. Yield the right-of-way to the oncoming vehicle. The answer is D. Explanation: as you prepare to turn left, you must yield the right-of-way to pedestrians and oncoming vehicles. Left turns, turns, California Driver Handbook. Question 217. When you turn left from a one-way street onto another one-way street, you should turn into. Answers: A. Any safely open lane. B. The center lane. C. The far left lane. D. The far right lane. The answer is A. Explanation: to turn left from a one-way street onto another one-way street, begin the turn from the left lane and make the turn into any lane that is safely open. Note that in some other states, you may be required to turn into the left lane. Examples of right and left turns, California Driver Handbook. Question 218. The primary traveling aids for a blind person include. Answers: A. A red cane and a trained guide cat. B. A white cane and a trained guide dog. C. A white cane and a wheelchair. D. A red cane and a trained guide dog. The answer is B. Explanation: the primary traveling aids for a person who is blind are usually a white cane or a trained guide dog. Drivers must always yield the right-of-way to blind pedestrians. Pedestrians who are blind, sharing the road, California Driver Handbook. Question 219. What type of sign is this? Answers: A. Stop. B. Hazardous materials. C. Yield. D. Slow-moving vehicle. The answer is C. Explanation: a three-sided red yield sign indicates that drivers must slow down and be ready to stop, if necessary, to let any vehicle or pedestrian pass. Traffic signs, traffic controls, California Driver Handbook. Question 220. When you approach an intersection with a through road, but without stop signs or yield signs, you must. Answers: A. Accelerate to merge with traffic. B. Make a sharp turn to match the speed of the traffic on the through road. C. Not enter the through road. D. Yield to traffic and pedestrians on the through road. The answer is D. Explanation: at intersections without a stop sign or yield sign, yield to pedestrians, vehicles, and bicycles on the through road. They have the right-of-way. Traffic signs, traffic controls, California Driver Handbook. All of those questions can be found in app DMV Success. DMV Success. Master your DMV exam in no time. Download now. Question 221. You are allowed to cross double solid yellow lines in case. Answers: A. You want to move to another lane. B. You want to turn left to exit a driveway. C. You want to pass a big truck. D. You want to pass a car in front of you. The correct answer is B. Explanation: do not pass over double solid yellow lines. Never drive to the left of these lines unless you are turning left to cross a single set of double yellow lines to enter or exit a driveway or private road or make a U-turn. Traffic lanes, navigating the roads, California Driver Handbook. Question 222. You can drive in a bicycle lane when. Answers: A. You are driving at slow speed. B. You are passing another car. C. You are leaving the road. D. No bicycle is present. The correct answer is C. Explanation: it is illegal to drive in a bicycle lane unless you are parking where permitted, entering or leaving the road, turning within 200 feet of the intersection. Traffic lanes, navigating the roads, California Driver Handbook. Question 223. You should begin signaling at least before making a turn. Answers: A. 20 feet. B. 80 feet. C. 100 feet. D. 50 feet. The correct answer is C. Explanation: to make a left turn, drive close to the center divider line or into the left turn lane. Begin signaling about 100 feet before the turn. Look over your left shoulder and reduce your speed. Stop behind the limit line. Look left, right, and then left again, and make the turn when it is safe. When you turn left, do not turn too soon and cut the corner of the lane belonging to the vehicles coming towards you. Traffic lanes, navigating the roads, California Driver Handbook. Question 224. You can make a U-turn. Answers: A. Across a double yellow line. B. In front of a fire station. C. On a railroad crossing. D. On a one-way street. The correct answer is A. Explanation: you may make a legal U-turn across a double yellow line. Never make a U-turn at or on a railroad crossing, on a one-way street, or in front of a fire station. Traffic lanes, navigating the roads, California Driver Handbook. Question 225. All the following are good habits to drive green, except. Answers: A. Regularly inflate your tires. B. Get rid of extra weight in your vehicle. C. Check filters. D. Drive at a steady high speed. The correct answer is D. Explanation: good driving habits can help drive green. Speed up and slow down smoothly. Drive at a steady average speed. Green driving, navigating the roads, California Driver Handbook. Question 226. Which curb is the parking zone for a disabled person? Answers: A. White curb. B. Blue curb. C. Yellow curb. D. Red curb. The correct answer is B. Explanation: blue curbs are the parking zones for a disabled person or someone driving a disabled person. No person shall park or stand any vehicle in a disabled person's parking zone. Parking, navigating the roads, California Driver Handbook. Question 227. When you park on an uphill with curb, you should. Answers: A. Turn the wheels toward the shoulder of the road. B. Turn your front wheels into the curb. C. Keep the front wheels pointed straight ahead. D. Turn your front wheels away from the curb. The correct answer is D. Explanation: when you park on a hill, remember that your vehicle could roll if your brakes fail. When you park on a headed uphill, turn your front wheels away from the curb and let your vehicle roll back a few inches. The wheels should gently touch the curb. Set the parking brake. Parking, navigating the roads, California Driver Handbook. Question 228. Which curb indicates no stopping, standing, or parking? Answers: A. Green painted curbs. B. Blue painted curbs. C. Red painted curbs. D. White painted curbs. The correct answer is C. Explanation. Red curbs mean no stopping, standing, or parking. Buses may stop at a red zone marked for buses. Parking, navigating the roads, California Driver Handbook. Question 229. What should you not do when you enter a highway? Answers. A. Follow the 3-second rule. B. Stop to watch for vehicles around you. C. Enter near the speed of traffic. D. Use your mirrors and turn signals. The correct answer is B. Explanation. Merge into highway traffic when safe to do so. Do not stop before merging into freeway traffic unless it is absolutely necessary. Merging and exiting, navigating the roads, California Driver Handbook. Question 230. In which case may you pass on the right? Answers. A. When the car ahead of you is signaling a right turn. B. When you're about to pass a bicyclist. C. When you're at crossroads. D. When you're on a one-way street. The correct answer is D. Explanation. Pass other vehicles on the left. You may pass on the right only when an open highway clearly has 2 or more lanes going your direction. The driver ahead of you is turning left and you do not have to drive off the road to pass. Never pass on the left if the driver is signaling a left turn. You are on a one-way street. Passing, navigating the roads, California Driver Handbook. Question 231. When a vehicle is signaling to pass you, what should you do? Answers. A. Move quickly to the lane on the left. B. Stop, yield to that vehicle. C. Speed up to avoid being passed. D. Stay in your lane and allow the vehicle to pass. The correct answer is D. Explanation. If a vehicle is passing you or signals that they plan on passing, allow the vehicle to pass. Maintain your lane position. Do not try to go faster to avoid being passed. Passing, navigating the roads, California Driver Handbook. Question 232. At an enforcement stop, what should you do to acknowledge that you see the officer? Answers. A. Shout out to the officer. B. Turn on your headlights. C. Turn on your right turn signal. D. Press your horn 3 times. The correct answer is C. Explanation. At an enforcement stop, you must turn on your right turn signal to acknowledge that you see the officer. Law enforcement stops, navigating the roads, California Driver Handbook. Question 233. What does this sign tell you? Answers. A. You are allowed to cross the street. B. You must yield to pedestrians. C. You must stop. D. You must yield to children. The correct answer is B. Explanation. This sign means that a pedestrian crosswalk is ahead. Drivers must yield to pedestrians. Traffic control, laws and rules of the road, California Driver Handbook. Question 234. What should you do when driving near a blind pedestrian? Answers. A. Give blind pedestrians verbal directions. B. Slow down, yield the right-of-way, and then proceed with caution. C. Accelerate to pass the pedestrian. D. Honk your horn to signal your presence. The correct answer is B. Explanation. When driving near a blind pedestrian who is carrying a white cane or walking with a guide dog, you must slow down, always yield the right of way, and then proceed with caution. Be prepared to stop your vehicle in order to prevent injury or danger to the pedestrian. Do not give a blind pedestrian verbal directions as they may be listening to traffic sounds. Do not honk your horn at a blind person because the blind person may not know who you are honking at. Rights of way rules, who goes first, laws and rules of the road, California Driver Handbook. Question 235. You want to change lanes to exit the roadway, but there is a large truck ahead of you. What should you do? Answers. A. Slow down and exit behind a truck. B. Pass the truck on the right side. C. Cut off a truck to turn. D. Speed up to pass the truck. The correct answer is A. Explanation. Don't cut off a truck in traffic or on the highway to reach an exit or turn. Cutting into the open space in front of a truck is dangerous. Do not speed up to pass a truck so you can exit the roadway. Take a moment to slow down and exit behind a truck. Sharing the road, laws and rules of the road, California Driver Handbook. Question 236. What should you do to safely share the road with motorcyclists? Answers. A. Speed up to pass motorcyclists whenever possible. B. Linger between vehicles. C. Allow a 4-second following distance. D. Pass a motorcycle in the same lane as you. The correct answer is C. Explanation. To safely share the road with motorcyclists, drivers must allow a 4-second following distance. This space will help you avoid hitting a motorcyclist if they brake suddenly or fall. Sharing the road, laws and rules of the road, California Driver Handbook. Question 237. What should you do to safely pass bicyclists that are in the travel lane? Answers. A. Maintain slow speed behind them. B. Honk your horn to make them move to another lane, then pass quickly. C. Go faster to pass them in the same lane. D. Change to another lane, pass quickly, then return to your original lane. The correct answer is D. Explanation. To safely pass a bicyclist that is in the travel lane, a driver may need to change to another lane. In this case, pass safely and quickly, then return to your original lane. Sharing the road, laws and rules of the road, California Driver Handbook. Question 238. What does this sign tell you? Answers. A. You must stop. B. You are going against traffic. C. You must slow down. D. You are not allowed to turn. The correct answer is A. Explanation. This 8-sided white on red sign is a stop sign indicating that other traffic has the right of way. You must always bring your vehicle to a complete stop and yield to approaching traffic before proceeding. Traffic controls, laws and rules of the road, California Driver Handbook. Question 239. What should you do if you see a sign with a picture of an animal? Answers. A. Slow down and proceed with caution. B. Turn around immediately. C. Flash both front and rear lights. D. Speed up to get out of the area. The correct answer is A. Explanation. If you see a sign with a picture of an animal, be alert for possible animals on or near the road. If you see animals or livestock near the road, slow down or stop and proceed when it is safe. Be sure to follow directions from the person in charge of the animals. Do not swerve. You may lose control of your vehicle and cause an accident. Traffic controls, laws and rules of the road, California Driver Handbook. Question 240. What must you do at a solid yellow traffic signal? Answers. A. Speed up to get through before the signal turns red. B. Stop if it is safe, the signal will soon turn red. C. Drive with caution as there may be a hazard ahead. D. Stop, yield, and proceed when safe. The correct answer is B. Explanation. A solid yellow traffic signal warns drivers that the signal is about to turn red. You should stop here if it is safe to do so. Traffic signal lights, traffic lights and signs, California Driver Handbook. All of those questions can be found in app DMV Success. DMV Success. Master your DMV exam in no time. Download now. Question 241. You spot an emergency vehicle approaching with its lights flashing. What should you do? Answers. A. Immediately pull over and stop. B. Maintain speed and direction. Changing lanes or stopping is unpredictable and could be dangerous. C. Speed up and quickly find a driveway or side road to park in. D. Pull over and stop unless you are in an intersection. The correct answer is D. Explanation. You must pull over and stop for an emergency vehicle with its flashing lights on. If you are in an intersection, you should complete your turn as quickly as is safe and then pull over. And when you return to the road, remember that it's an offense to follow within 300 feet of an emergency vehicle with its lights flashing. Emergency vehicles, sharing the road, California Driver Handbook. Question 242. Who has the right of way here? Answers. A. Car A. B. Car C. C. None of the above. D. The pedestrian and car B. The correct answer is D. Explanation. Pedestrians have the right of way when they are about to, or already have, entered a crosswalk. Not all crosswalks have pavement markings, and not all crosswalks are on street corners. So here, the pedestrian has the right of way. Car B may proceed since it is not crossing the pedestrian's path. Crosswalks, right-of-way rules, laws, and rules of the road, California Driver Handbook. Question 243. You want to stop and pick up a passenger. You see there are colored markings painted on the curb. In front of which colors can you stop? Answers. A. White and yellow. B. White, green, and yellow. C. White and green. D. Green. The correct answer is B. Explanation. You can stop temporarily to pick up a passenger at any of these areas. The white area is for temporarily stopping to pick up or drop off passengers or mail. The green area allows temporary parking, and the yellow area allows you to temporarily collect passengers or freight. Parking at colored curbs, parking, California Driver Handbook. Question 244. Car B has entered an intersection to turn right on a red signal. Car A then arrives at a green signal. Which of the following is correct? Answers. A. Car A must yield to Car B since Car B is already in the intersection. B. Car A should speed up to pass Car B. C. Car B should stop and let Car A through. D. None of the above are correct. The correct answer is A. Explanation. You must yield to cars that are already in the intersection, even if you have a green light. Therefore, car A must yield to car B since car B has already entered the intersection. Traffic signal lights, traffic lights and signs. California Driver Handbook. Question 245. Is this car legally parked? Answers: A. Yes, as long as it is moved in 10 minutes. B. No, you cannot park within 30 feet of a fire hydrant. C. Yes. D. No, you cannot park within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. The correct answer is D. Explanation: you cannot park within 15 feet of a fire hydrant. Illegal parking, laws and rules of the road. California Driver Handbook. Question 246. What does this sign mean? Answers: A. No right turn ahead. B. Keep right. C. Divided highway ahead. D. Mandatory right turn ahead. The correct answer is B. Explanation: this sign tells drivers to stay to the right of an upcoming island or obstacle. Question 247. What does this sign mean? Answers: A. The speed limit at night is 50 miles per hour. B. The recommended speed limit is 50 miles per hour. C. The speed limit during the day is 50 miles per hour. D. The speed limit is 50 miles per hour. The correct answer is D. Explanation: this sign tells motorists that the speed limit is 50 miles per hour. That is, you cannot exceed 50 miles per hour here. White regulatory signs, right-of-way rules, laws, and rules of the road. California Driver Handbook. Question 248. This car's turn and brake signals have failed, so the driver is using hand gestures to signal instead. What is the driver's intention? Answers: A. Turn right. B. Turn left. C. Increase speed. D. Slow down. The correct answer is B. Explanation: the driver intends to turn left. Signaling, safe driving practices. California Driver Handbook. Question 249. What does this sign mean? Answers: A. Only trucks can use the road ahead, take another route. B. Steep descent, drive with care. C. Use caution, trucks may enter from a steep side road or driveway. D. A runaway truck ramp is ahead. The correct answer is B. Explanation: there is a steep descent ahead. Watch out for slowly descending trucks and use a low gear to reduce wear on your brakes. Warning signs, right-of-way rules, laws, and rules of the road. California Driver Handbook. Question 250. You drive up to an intersection and you see this sign. What should you do? Answers: A. Slow down and prepare to yield to traffic already on the road ahead. You will not need to stop. B. Come to a complete stop and proceed after yielding to any pedestrians and traffic. C. Slow down and prepare to yield to any pedestrians and traffic ahead. D. Maintain speed since all traffic ahead must yield to you. The correct answer is C. Explanation: you must slow down and prepare to yield to traffic ahead. You may be required to stop, so be ready. Traffic signs, traffic lights and signs. California Driver Handbook.